Welcome to an unofficial episode of the Unofficial Commentators Special Edition.
That's right.
Brought to you by your host and commissioners, 98J, Paki, myself.
That's me.
We have a
That's
special episode today for our NBA Draft Lottery. All right, so as you guys know, we have a couple of guys that complain about the picks, like Gary, which I know Jay doesn't care about it. But we're going to come with a couple of different rules this year for the draft. Jay, why don't you go over the rules since I already talked too much?
Well, first of all, welcome, guys, to Greedy Owners 2016-2017. Not much of a change in terms of the rules for the draft. It's what we did last year. I'm going to be on this side selecting the pick itself. You're going to pick on that side the name. So it's not, top to bottom, first pick to last pick like we usually do.
That's right.
The picks can come out totally random. So I got all the numbers here represented by playing cards. They go from the number 2 to the number 13, which will be the king. I am adding the ace, that's the number 1 pick, and I'm adding the joker, the number 14th pick.
That's right. We're going to keep the suspense going the entire way of this lottery. All right, so
unless we pick out the joker first, and then there's not much suspense.
Well, there's still suspense for the number
That'll
1 pick.
pretty much be it.
Because in basketball, the number 1 pick is actually very useful. Because this year, last year was Russell Westbrook, the highest scoring player. And I think this year he'll even score more now that he does not have Kevin Durant. He was the highest scorer, and he is projected to be the highest scorer. So having Russell Westbrook on your team is a huge plus, assuming our number 1 pick actually takes him, right? All right, so let's go over the owner names.
Take it on number 1.
Let's go over the owner names. We don't usually have sponsors, but keeping it old school, I got my little Beats by Dre headphone bag, which is what I use for the draft lotteries. And I'm not going to use the team names this year. I'm going to
show off this guy.
Yeah, I know, right? We're gonna go over the owners though, because everybody changes their team name, right? So I'm gonna go in their order based on last year's ranking. We got the newcomer, Daryl Arias. Sorry, my fan, it's kind of like, there you go, Daryl. Number 14 ranked since he's a newcomer. We got number 13, Leonel del Rosario right here. Coming into the bag, by the way, the bag was empty and now it has 2 papers. Number 12, Omar Paulino. I think that's probably how the Miami Heat are going to end up, about 12th in the East. All right, so we got Ivan Guzman right here.
Finishing 12 after winning the year before?
Yup, Ivan Guzman, number 11. Yeah, man, this is like college basketball. College football. It changes every year. Jose Jorge, number 10. That's our brother Jay right here, co-host. We got a Mauri at number 9, going into the bag. We got Ronald at number 8 into the bag. We got cousin Juan with number 7 into the bag. We got We got Victor at number 6, probably the most silent guy ever. All right, now into our top 5. We got Brito at number 5. Going to the final 4 of last year's standings. Paki at number 4, lost in the semifinals. Mr. Ravello, which was a newcomer last year, number 3.
No, I think he's been playing for 2 years already.
All right, whatever. Gary, number 2. Gary's always in the top of the fantasies. I got to give it to him. And you got my man Illich all the way from Spain, representing Europe with the number 1 ranking and the current champion, probably the most boring champion we've ever had. Even Gary has been a better champion than Illich in our fantasy leagues. But it's all here. I'm mixing it up. I don't know if you got anything to say, Jay, while I do this.
Well, let's see what surprises come here. I think with the 14th pick, if I ended number 10, I didn't do that bad. Thank you to Omar for picking Gobert ahead of me, that bum. I'm so glad I dodged that bullet.
Yeah,
I forget who led on Illich's team. I know that Ravello was hanging tough. He had Curry, and then he made a trade with Ivan, who ended up really low, that sucker. He traded away Chris Paul. Guys, let's be more discerning, man. These trades last year were bogus.
I know we did have some problems with the trades, and we need to have some control about that. But Illich did have Kevin Durant on his team. That was pretty much his leader. It'll be interesting to see how that's going to work out with Golden State and fantasy. I mean, Jesus Christ, so many people there, only one ball to play with. But I got the guys right here. Jay, did you shuffle the cards already? Make sure the guys know that it's being shuffled.
I've been shuffling this whole time. I'm not going to show you that number. All right, I'm shuffling again. And I'm shuffling one more time. I've been shuffling the whole time I'm here. Come on, man. We've been at this for a few minutes already.
Let's see. Do we pick the card out first or the name? How do you want to do this? The name, right?
Yeah, that'd be fun. Yeah, pick out the name. Go ahead.
All right. Let me just mix this in a little bit more because I don't know. I feel like these papers didn't move around that much. All right. Pick it out.
You crumple them up, man. You needed to make them little balls.
Fuck that. I'm just moving that shit around now, and I'm taking out one name. Cha-cha-cha. First name to come out. Daryl. The new guy.
All right, Daryl, welcome to the league.
Welcome to the league. You probably would normally be the number one pick, but not this year. Let's find out what's going to happen. What pick does Daryl have?
It may or may not be the number one pick.
May or may not
from the top after they've been shuffled. What did I get there?
Oh, you got it.
The number 8.
Excuse me, fellas. Daryl gets the number 8 pick in the draft. Oh, shit.
I think that pretty much kind of cuts it right down the middle, right? The number 8.
Yeah, that's not bad in a 14 team. According to last year, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's Karl Anthony Towns was the 8th player based on our fantasy points last year. The rookie, surprise. I don't think you would pick him at number 8 anyways. But there you go. What do the projections say, Jay, for this year on number 8?
And number 8, if you follow what ESPN is already projecting, and by the way, ESPN they make these projections based on our scoring system, he would land at John Wall.
John Wall, you see now, that's a valid first-round pick. Jesus Christ, I love John Wall, man. That's a great pick. Karl Anthony Towns could definitely give you the productions. I just don't think he has the value yet to be a first-rounder. But let's keep going. Let's see what's going on here, man. All right.
I mean, remember, man, it's not just points. I mean, John Wall can get a lot of points and a lot of assists on his team, but the truth of the matter is Karl Towns is stats. What is it? What's it called? Stuffing the stats. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of what counts in fantasy.
All right.
That and being available.
Next name available coming out. Oh, we have here the number 12 ranked guy, Omar Paulino, coming at the number 2 option, which we'll find out what pick he has now as soon as Jay tells me. Jay, what is Omar's pick? What is Omar's pick?
Number 9.
It's number 9. Come on, man. You sure you shuffled this? Oh, man. 8 and 9 back to back.
Hey, you saw me shuffling even between picks.
Every day I'm shuffling.
So with the number 9 pick, if you followed ESPN's ranking this year, you would pick Blake Griffin as your number 1 pick. I heard that he's been working on his three-point shot. If he goes back to his rebounding ways, this may be a really smart pick. We just have to hope that he stays healthy.
I like the projection for Omar based on last year's scoring. Number 9 scorer in the league, DeMarcus Cousins. We know how much Omar loves Boogie. And that would probably be his pick at number 9, me knowing Omar. Boogie's definitely a great pick. He's definitely going to be stuffing the stat sheet. So as long as he's healthy and not suspended, Boogie Cousins is definitely worth a first-rounder. All right, so.
Yeah, but for as much talk, why would Boogie be suspended? Like technical fouls, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, he has bad behavior. You never know. These guys are, you never know.
Not outside the court, not really. Go ahead.
All right, with the next one, let's see. We have here, boom. Oh, the controversial Gary with the silver medal, number 2 ranked from last year. What do we got from Gary? Let me know. No, come on, man.
This is unbelievable.
That's bull.
Dude, I swear I shuffled them. The number 10th pick.
The number 10th pick. Oh, man, Gary's going to be pissed. And you're shuffling them again just in case. Yeah, it is better than 14.
I shuffle in between every pick.
The number 10 pick we got, according to these rankings from last year, we got Andre Drummond was the 10th overall scorer. A solid center to go by, and I expect him to continue the same production that he had last year. So I don't see any problem with that pick at number 10 at all.
Well, at number 10, I sincerely doubt that he'll fall this deep, but in 2007, the overall total for scoring goes to LeBron James.
Yeah, there's no way he's going to fall that deep.
So if we follow these projections, I doubt that he'll get that deep in our particular league, but number 10 will be LeBron James. If you're Gary, you can't be mad at that. Now, the only problem with LeBron James is we know that he's getting up there in age, and they start resting these players a lot of regular season games. When you're hoping to get that 50 and you get that 0, it's a real letdown.
And we did see LeBron James take a step back in the regular season, bring it up a notch in the playoffs. I expect him to do the same this year. So that affects fantasy because fantasy is not played in the playoffs. But Andre Drummond sounds to me like a solid value at 10th overall. All right, let's see. Going up with the next name we got here. Bam. We got Cousin Juan, the number 7 ranked fantasy manager from last year. Cousin Juan.
Yeah. Should I really pick this card, or is he just the 11th? Because the way this thing is going.
If it's the 11th, we're oh, my God, I can't believe it. Let's see. Give it to me, man. Give it to me. What is it? It's the number 4 pick. There you go. Finally something random. Jesus. The number 4 pick according to 2016 rankings. That would be Kevin Durant at number 4. That might be a sneaky pick at number 4. Somebody might jump on him before, but I think Kevin Durant's numbers are not going to go higher than what they were last year in Golden State.
Why not? I think they played preseason, and he absolutely dominated yesterday.
It's preseason.
I know it's preseason. I know it's not the same defense, and I don't even think he played that many minutes, but I don't see a reason why Kevin Durant should dip. He will take the scoring and the points away from other players. I think he should be fine. Maybe he drops, 2-3 points per game, but in the grand scheme of things, what does that really do to affect your fantasy scores? If you go by number 4 in this year's projection, then you would be landing Boogie Cousins, who you had last year. I thought the name Cousins Juan for the team name was brilliant last year. Let's see who you land this year, man.
It was perfect.
Listen, Cousin Juan is usually complaining about not getting the opportunity to pick his guys. You got number 4, man, and I'm pretty sure that I know who we're leaning towards in the first couple picks. So with number 4, you should be able to get your pick of the litter.
That's right, man. I think this is one of the few times he's actually had a top pick, man. You better make the best of it. And this is your sport, bro.
I think he had 4 or 5 maybe last year too, and he ended up going with Cousins. Something about auto pick. Otherwise, he would have picked Carmelo. I don't know.
All right. Let's see. Let's keep going over here. Let's see what we got with the next one. Boom. The silent killer. Leonel del Rosario with the number 13 rank from last season's fantasy. What does he have? What's his pick going to be, Jay?
Well, with Leo, it was just a lot of bad luck. I mean, I don't think he had a bad team. And I appreciate him trading for me, to me towards the end, which kind of kept me in the game. But this year, Leonel is going to pick number
5. Oh man, come on. So that means the next one's going to be number 6. Come on, you got to be kidding me, man.
Dude, I'm shuffling right in front of the camera. Like, I don't know what to do here.
All right,
I'm shuffling as we speak.
Based on last year's scoring, number 5 was LeBron James. LeBron James, we already talked about him. I expect him to be somewhere in the top 10, even though his scores will drop, but I don't expect him to be in the top 5 in fantasy because of the reasons we already spoke. So what do you have at number 5 based on projections?
Projected 2017 scoring, if you were to draft according to this, you would take Stephen Curry with the number 5 pick.
You think Stephen Curry survives to number 5?
I don't. I think he goes in the first 3.
Yeah.
But all that would mean is someone to the effect of Durant or Cousins or someone is going to drop down to 5. So I think you're good with 5 no matter what you do there, really.
Yeah, man, that's a solid pick. It's going to be interesting. This draft is going to be very interesting. Let me see how I have him here. All right. So following on with the next manager that we have coming out is Mr. Ronald, ranked number 8 last year. Ronald, what pick are you going to take? Let's see. Give it to me, Jay, or give it to Ronald.
Pause. All right.
Are you kidding me? No, man. I'm not gonna say the system is flawed, but this is very, very creepy. What's going on right now? But just to make
It's
it clear,
crazy, man. I'm
Jay
doing
is
intervals of
shuffling the
3.
cards. Jay is shuffling all the cards. It's all there. It's just weird. I guess that's how random can
I
work.
only
sometimes.
have one deck, man.
Number 6, based
So
on
number
last year's
7
scoring.
this year.
Number 6.
Oh, number 6. My bad.
Number 6 was Draymond Green last year. Surprise, surprise. I'm guessing that was because of all the triple-doubles he had. Remember, guys, we got bonuses for double-doubles and triple-doubles. But will that production continue? I mean, somebody's got to dip in Golden State. I mean, something's got to give, man, with Kevin Durant's acquisition. So, I don't know.
But remember, Golden State also had to give up Bogut and Harrison Barnes. So I think Draymond Green is going to have to stretch himself out even more. So there's a chance for him to stuff the stat sheet, even if it's at a lower level.
What do you have for the projections?
If you were to go with number 6 this year, that would land you Karl Anthony Towns in Minnesota, quickly becoming one of the league's fastest rising superstars. And I think that he took a real big step up last year and kind of took the place of Anthony Davis in the way that they were touted.
Definitely. I mean, I'm honestly surprised to see him ranked so high because I know the production is there, but based on one season, it's kind of hard for you to go like all in on a guy that's only played 1 year. I would definitely see him as a second-round pick value, but that's just me. I don't know, but it'll be interesting to see where Karl Anthony Towns gets taken in this draft. Now that we see him ranked in the top 10 in both sides.
Well, in terms of projection, he's being projected at 20 points, 11 rebounds a game, and that's not a bad thing. At power forward, center, whatever he's playing there,
the value is there. I mean, the value is definitely there. The scoring value. Yeah. All right, so let's move on to the next one. Let's see who we have here. We got Mauri Acosta, number 9 ranked manager last year. This is fun because now you got to keep watching the video to see who you're gonna. Because we don't have any particular order, so you got to watch the entire video to know where you're gonna be.
Yep. We haven't picked number 1. We haven't picked number 14. I picked 6 last, right? So this should be 7.
No, I think it's gonna reset now. Queen. That's number 12 pick. Chan, chan, chan. The 12 pick, that's 1, 2, 3, 4.
And also his sexual preference.
All right. I got at number 12, based on last year's scoring, Paul George, who I would not be surprised if he actually goes up from last year in his production. Remember that last year was pretty much his first full year coming back from that horrible injury. And I expect him to be even better this year. So I do not know if he will last to number 12. I mean, he is a small forward. Remember, small forward is a very, very dire position in fantasy basketball. So it'll be interesting to watch that. What do you have for the projections?
Well, somewhere down the line, we're going to have the conversation about whether small forward is more rare right now than shooting guard. But that's neither here nor there. And remember, they play a lot of positions. I like Paul George because he plays like 3 different positions last year. He was shooting guard, small forward, and power forward. If he has that kind of flexibility, man, you can pretty much play him every day. I'm sure that given the opportunity, I might have definitely pick him, him being a Pacers fan after all. If we go by last year's projections, you would pick by this year's projection, you would pick DeAndre Jordan with the number 12 pick.
I believe that's one of Cousin Juan's boys.
I think he led the league in rebounds, but with all the missed free throws, it's going to be a little bit tough, man. You keep losing points every time you miss a free throw.
Oh, man, definitely. And, I don't think DeAndre Jordan is going to be there. It's going to be a first-round pick anyways. He'll probably be around the 2nd or 3rd round.
I mean, in a 14-team league, man, I'd rather pick him than pick Gobert.
I know somebody went Gobert early last year. All right. The next manager coming off the board is, Victor Frankenstein, the number 6 ranked manager last year. What do we have for Victor? What pick do we have for Victor?
Is it 13? I guess that's how I'm doing this, right?
It could be. It's actually 11. All right, now we're starting to see something different. And it's the cool thing, the number 1 pick hasn't come out yet. So this is interesting. And my name hasn't come out yet
number
either.
14.
I love
Hey,
it.
man, this is going to be
I love it.
a real tough situation if it comes down to number 1 and 14. It's going to be real strict. You know what? Pick my name out next. I just want to get this over with.
No doubt, man. Number 11, based on last year's rankings, we got Chris Paul at number 11. Now, that's a solid value at number 11, and I think he still will be there. I expect Chris Paul to maintain pretty much the same line he's maintained the last couple of years. Double-digit assists, a little bit under 20 points per game. I don't expect anything different. Still in the same system, same team. Blake Griffin, if he actually has that three-pointer better, Chris Paul is probably just going to have more assists and maybe a little bit less scoring because he's a distributor. But I would love to see what's on the projections at number 11.
At number 11, if you pick by this, you would be picking Anthony Davis, the Brow.
Anthony
the Brow
Davis
is projected to score about 24 points a game and 10 rebounds. That is not bad for number 11.
The only reason Anthony Davis is not top 3 is because he keeps getting hurt. But he puts up production
for the same reason that Chris Paul is in top 3.
Yeah.
They always get hurt. They're going to miss about 30 games. So, I don't know. It's a gamble you got to be willing to take. Maybe by that point you've won so many weeks that it really doesn't matter.
Man, Chris Paul doesn't miss as many games as Anthony Davis. Come on, man. Show him some respect. It's not fair.
Play it out for a career and Paul gets...
It's not fair. All right, you're kind of cutting out there. I'm hoping
it's a knee. If it's not a knee, it's an ankle. If it's not an ankle, an elbow. It's always something.
All right, you were kind of cutting out there, but I kind of got the point. The internet is acting up again. Technical difficulties. Let's have Jay back. I'm getting red bars on the connection. Shoot. Let me move over a little bit. Jay, are you back?
I'm here, man.
All right,
I'm back.
We had some slight difficulties there with the connection. I almost lost Jay. All right, but let's get back to business. We got the current champion, Ilich Ramirez, the number 1. If he gets the ace, I swear to God, I'm gonna slam everything, man. Screw this shit. All right, so we were at the number 1 ranked player, the champion, Ilich Ramirez. If he gets number 1, I am slamming everything, bro. I am quitting. What's the pick?
All right, the next card up is...
He got the Joker. The 14th
The
pick for
dreaded
Illich.
Joker.
That's what I'm talking about. The champion gets the last pick. Now you got to prove why you're the champion. The 14th pick, according to this last year's ranking, we got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Paul Millsap. Paul Millsap is one of my personal favorite picks. This guy is very consistent, and he stays on the court. But I think there's probably better value at 14 that you can get. I'm sure you can get Paul Millsap a little bit later. I mean, there's guys ranked outside the top 14 based on last year, such as Damian Lillard, that will probably be coming in the top 14. And Anthony Davis, which you mentioned, is on the projections. He's outside. So I don't think he will be drafting Paul Millsap in that pick. But what do you have for the projections? Maybe it makes a little bit more sense.
Well, honestly, Paul Millsap may not go in the first round, but with the 14th pick, that means Illich gets 14 and 15. So he might be the first pick out the second round.
Yeah.
That being said, if you go by this year's projection, you would pick Miami Heat veteran Hassan Whiteside with the 14th pick overall in the Greedy Owners draft. Hassan Whiteside, without Wade and a bunch of young players around him, looking to run and gun, as Omar says, the always optimistic Omar. He's scheduled to drop 16 points and pull down 12 rebounds per game. No assist, most likely, and blocks. Blocks have a real premium in this league. I think it's 2 points per block. I got to double check that. He's projected to average 3.5 blocks a game, so that's not bad.
Yeah, man, he was definitely one of the best blockers in the league, and Hassan Whiteside puts up first-round numbers. I'm a little concerned with his injuries. I mean, at the end of the year, he missed some time. But besides that, Hassan Whiteside is the real deal.
Was he injured, or were they trying to hurt him? He was playing in a contract year, and they were kind of holding him back. It wasn't so much that he was injured. He just kind of took a lot of days off that he didn't really need to take off.
I mean, regardless, there's just something that worries me so much about big men when they get hurt. Like, they take longer than anybody else to come back. Haven't you noticed? And Hassan is a classic
depends on the
big
injury.
guy. Yeah.
If it's a foot thing, I'd be concerned. A back thing, yeah, that's a problem. That's what kind of did in Dwight Howard. But I think it was like a finger blister. What the hell was wrong with my side? I forget.
I don't remember what it was. But the point is he did get hurt. Hopefully he'll be healthy now. Omar probably knows. Moving on to the next manager that's coming off the board. It's Paki, the number 4 ranked manager, according to ESPN. Paki, what pick do I have? Give it to me, Jay. Come on.
Sorry. Give me 1 second.
I bet you I'm going to get number 1. If I get number 1,
14
guys,
is not there anymore.
Make sure they see that you're shuffling so they know this is legit, because I have a feeling that I'm going to get number 1. I have a strong feeling about this.
I'm not looking.
All right.
There are a lot of good spots left, man. We haven't picked that number 3. I don't think we have a 2 either. Shit, I dropped all my cards. Hold on.
That's bullshit. See? That's
Sorry. This is live. So sorry. All right, here we go.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Ready?
Come on, man. You're kind of ruining my mojo.
Again for the camera.
You're ruining my mojo.
Sorry. All right, here we go.
Give me the damn number.
Next pick is...
Shit, man.
Is the suspense killing you right now?
It's kind of getting me bored.
Is that what I'm doing? It's getting you bored.
Give it to me.
Oof.
Come on. Number what? Number 7?
That's a number 7.
Blasphemy. Number 7. Come on.
You're going to cut it right down the middle, buddy.
God, number 7. I actually wanted that number 1 pick. Damn it. Number 7, based on last year's rankings, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait. We got Karl Anthony Towns. Didn't I go over number 7 already for Karl Anthony Towns? I must have gotten confused. But we already mentioned Karl Anthony Towns. I'm not going to go over that again. What do you have for the projections?
If you were to go by projections this year, number 7 will land you Andre Drummond. The way that the Detroit Pistons are kind of made up right now, it's a bunch of shooters. Andre Drummond, he is going to absolutely dominate the boards. 14 rebounds is his projected. 17 points is his average scoring. If he can keep the turnovers down, that's not a bad pick for you at number 7.
Yeah, 1 million rebounds. 1 million rebounds for sure. I'm definitely going something between small forward or shooting guard.
Didn't he have a couple of games there where he had like 20 rebounds last year? I mean, I don't think that's something that's totally not repeatable.
Well, of course it's repeatable. This guy's amazing with the boards. I'd have to think of a good team name for Andre Drummond to see if I'd pick him. All right, next manager coming up.
Drum run, please.
Chan. We got Mr. Brito, the number 5 manager from last year. What pick is Brito going to have? Where is he going to pick? Oh, man, the top ones are still available. It's amazing. We still got 1, 2, and 3 left. 1, 2, and 3 are still left. The best picks.
And 13, I think, right?
And 13. Yes, so there's 1 dud and 3 prizes. Let's go.
Wow. All right, here we go.
He gets the number 3 pick. Man, that pretty much guarantees you a top scorer. You're either going to get Harden or Westbrook or Curry, which were the top 3. Based on last year, it was Curry, the 3rd overall scorer. But you're definitely going to get one of them 3, because assuming the first one gets Harden, the second one's either going to be Curry or Harden. The first one gets Westbrook. The second one's either going to be Harden or Curry or Kevin Durant. So you're going to get something between there. That is an awesome pick. I like that probably even better than the first one, man, now that I'm thinking about it.
What the hell are you talking about? Just tell me what was last year, and I'll tell you what was this year.
Last year was Curry. I just said it. But being realistic, somebody's going to take Russell Westbrook. Number 2 is going to take either Harden or Curry or Durant, and whatever he gets from there, it's beautiful. I love it. What do you have?
Well, number 3 this year is projected to be James Harden the Beard.
There you go.
Right now, he's showing up on ESPN's projection as both a shooting guard and a point guard. Difference to many other years past. In difference to many other years past, this year actually. Point guards are a more rare commodity than before. Like it used to be where all 30 teams had a stud point guard. Not so much this year, so pay attention to that.
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome that he has 2 positions. That's valuable. And one of them shooting guards, which is, to me, one of the rarest ones, with including small forwards, which we mentioned. But it'll be interesting to see what happens with James Harden in a new system and a new position. It's an interesting experiment. I honestly have no idea what to expect. The talent around him, I'm not going to say is suspect, but it's just a little bit above average. So I don't know. I've never seen Harden as a point guard.
It's pretty much the Russell Westbrook situation. They took Dwight Howard out of there. They didn't really replace him with much of note. And it's James Harden's show. He's going to be running that Mike D'Antoni system.
I mean, he's definitely going to put up points. I'm just so intrigued on see how he's going to distribute. I do not see him at all as a point guard, but maybe I'm wrong. I mean, I'm not an NBA coach, so whatever. But it's just interesting to see what's going to happen. All right.
Oh, cousin Juan will tell you otherwise. He led his team in passing. Well,
yeah, I'm not saying he's bad. I'm just saying I honestly don't know what to expect. Next manager up. We got J98. Wait, I think it's this way. Number 10 ranked manager. That's the disgrace. That's probably where I'm going to be around end of fantasy football season, but that's another story. Number 10, according to 2016 projections, we got we got John Wall.
Wait. No. That's not my pick.
I'm so crazy. I'm sorry, guys.
Number 10 was what I finished last year.
Yeah, number 10 we already went over.
This year I am selecting with
Jay. Oh, man. You got the A's.
Oh.
I think it's rigged.
It's not even fair. You guys are going to say that I cheated. Dude, I've been shuffling all day.
No, it's fine. I know you did.
There's no way I could. I didn't even know you were going to pick me, so I don't know how this could have happened.
Yeah, exactly. There's no way. There you go. All right, man. Good for you. Now we definitely know you're taking Westbrook. So that's that.
My man.
I mean, he's number one both in last year's scoring and the projections. We already know what's up with Westbrook. I mean, do we really have to talk about this guy?
He's number one in the draft and number one in my heart. Russell Westbrook is my guy. I got 2 cards left, so now I have number 2 and number 13. This is similar to what we had last year, where I think I ended up with like number 14 and number 4. Dude, I'm loving this draft system. We should do this more often. All right, come on.
All right, man.
The next
one we got is Carlos Ravelo with the number 3 rank. He's either going to be the 2nd overall pick or the 11th overall pick. This is interesting, which would leave the last manager with the last pick. What does he have, man? What does he have? He gets the number 2 pick. And I know Ravelo. I know he's probably number 2 based on last year's scoring was James Harden, but I have a feeling he's going to go with Curry again. He likes Curry. He chose Curry in last year's draft. I'm not sure if it was this one or in another league that we were, and he loved it. So I wouldn't be surprised if he goes with Curry, which is actually a solid pick at number 2. What do you have for the projections?
He had Curry last year, and then he traded and got Chris Paul too. It's unbelievable. Number 2 in the projections for 2017 would be Kevin Durant in the Golden State Warriors.
All right. So that pretty much leaves. So he's actually picking somebody from Golden State. So that leaves the last manager here, Ivan. Boof. With the number 13, is it? Number 13.
Number 13. You're a king, Ivan.
Yup.
You should have got the queen.
That would be Paul Gasol according to the ranks. And Ivan's probably going to be complaining, where do I get number 13? You got Paul Gasol according to 2016 projections. Paul Gasol, interesting. I mean, I'm very intrigued with Paul Gasol. Now he's going to be in San Antonio. He's going to be like the new Tim Duncan. I actually love Paul Gasol's value. I think Popovich is going to bring the best out of him. The only thing that I'm going to hate so much is all the rest that Popovich is going to give him at the last minute, and you're going to be stuck with him in your lineup, whoever gets him by this draft. But who do you have for your projection?
Yeah, I'm not thrilled about the prospect of Paul Gasol. He'll be the new Tim Duncan, but he'll be the new 2016 Tim Duncan. I don't think he's going to get the playing time. It's still the LaMarcus Aldridge show in San Antonio. As a matter of fact, LaMarcus Aldridge wouldn't be a bad pick at number 13. But if you go by 2017 projections, that would land you Damian Lillard.
It's funny you mentioned LaMarcus Aldridge because he's nowhere near here the 2016 top scorers. He's all the way at the bottom, like around the 20s. So I don't know how they have him for the projections, but I'm surprised. I mean, Paul Gasol actually even scored, even had more fantasy points than than LaMarcus Aldridge. Remember, this is a double-doubles are worth something, and Paul Gasol is a double-double machine when he's on. So I like Paul Gasol in San Antonio. I think Popovich is going to use him better than he was used in Chicago. So it's like I said, my only concern is how many minutes he will actually be playing because of all the rest. But besides that, I think we're set, bro.
I don't know why you're talking so much about goddamn Paul Gasol. You know damn well Evan ain't picking Paul Gasol if Damian Lillard's still available.
Damian Lillard's not going to be available at 13. I don't think so. I'm going to make sure he's not.
Shout out to number 13 and 14 pick. I mean, just kind of going down the list. Damian Lillard 13, 14 is Hassan Whiteside. Chris Paul comes in at 15. 16 is Draymond Green, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Paul George, Paul Millsap, Kevin Love. There is still a lot of talent heading towards the bottom of this list. Numbers round 2 and 3. Numbers 1, 2, and 3 are going to be stacked with really good talent. And then after that, it becomes kind of a championship game.
All right, so just to sum up this video, because we still got the podcast to do, I'm just going to go over the pick, and we're going to sign out. You just close it out. So number 1 is Jay. Number 2, Ravelo. Number 3 is Brito. Number 4, Cousin Juan. Number 5, Leonel. Number 6 is Ronald. 7, Paki. 8, Daryl. Omar at number 9. Gary at number 10. We got Victor at 11. Amaury at 12. Ivan at 13. And finally, Illich, the current champion, at number 14.
All right. So that's it, guys. Stay tuned to the chat room. Stay tuned to the league. If you haven't already activated the league, do it. Get that ESPN app that has all of the different fantasy, different sports all combined into one. And just pay attention. We're going to be announcing the draft date soon. It will probably be a Sunday coming up before the week of the 27th of October.
All right, man.
Anything else you got to say, Paki?
That's pretty much it, guys. Catch you at the end of October when fantasy basketball starts. Talk to you guys later.
All right, see you at the draft. Good luck.